Free shipping, 60-day money-back guarantee. I'm not a huge fan of hypothetical scenarios for sports radio. I'd rather talk about stuff that just happened or is going to happen, or just we're talking about games last night. But hypotheticals are interesting because I do think this is what general managers think about. I think it's what owners think about. I think it's what really smart players think about. What if? So I'm going to throw a scenario at you. Buffalo hosts Miami Sunday. Buffalo's a better team. What if Tua struggles? Tua gets benched the third time. Miami misses the playoffs. And tomorrow's headlines today is not Tua impressive. What does Miami do with the number 3 pick now from Houston? I want you to think about this. Their defense is great. The number 1 scoring defense in the NFL. Their special teams are fantastic. How many block punts? Excellent kicker. Their head coach, we know the coaching's great, and the development, I think, on the offensive line, Austin Jackson, I never thought he would be this good as a rookie out of USC. So the defense, the special teams, coaching, great. All that's missing a quarterback, and it ain't Ryan Fitzpatrick is the answer. If you have the number 3 pick, Justin Fields is available, Zach Wilson, BYU. They're bigger, look like they're stronger than Tua, more athletic than Tua, certainly more athletic. Now, just think about this. Miami will never, under Brian Flores, have a top 3 pick again, ever. He's just too good. Miami has 2 firsts and 2 seconds. They got picks to play with. They can roll the dice on one of these picks. Also, another team, Tua was graded higher than Justin Herbert for almost every team, and he has not been a disaster. He's got 10 TDs, 2 picks, passer ratings low 90s, 65%. It's not a disaster. Somebody would trade for Tua. Somebody absolutely would say, I'm going to take the kid. He's still, every GM in this league, almost everyone had him graded higher than Justin Herbert. But the thing is, when you watch Burrow and Justin Herbert, they've been asked to carry not very good teams. Tua has been asked to just manage what appears to be potentially a very good team. Look at his yards per game. It's last in the NFL among qualified starters. Herbert averages almost 300 yards a game passing. Joe Burrow almost 270. Tua is at 160. And by the way, when he played a good Rams defense, he threw for 93 yards. When he played the Chiefs, he was 28 for 48. He's fine managing the game. But every time Miami's asked him to do more and win a game, that's not really what he can do. And so what if he struggles? And by the way, not just struggles. Josh Allen looks bigger and stronger and more mobile and more dynamic. I've always said it's like the brother issue. It's one thing if your brother's more successful than you and lives in another state, but what if he's your neighbor and he comes home with another Lexus every 2 years and the house is bigger and the yard's landscaped? That's a little more painful. If Josh and Tua are playing Sunday and Allen looks great and big and strong and mobile and that arm, and Tua gets benched again, Miami will never have another top 3 pick. Just a thought. What if he's not Tua impressive? What would you do? You tell me. It's called Twitter. Check it out today. Joy with the news.
No. Turn on the news. This is the Herdline News.
The Eagles host Washington in their season finale Sunday. And while Philly has been eliminated from the playoffs, so they really don't have anything to play for, Washington is still playing for the NFC East title. If they win the NFC East. And Eagles defensive coordinator Jim Schwartz says he is planning on spoiling their night.
We got to have a no-hat rule this week. We can't let opponents put division win hats on at the link. And there's a lot of pride in that, and all our focus has to be to accomplishing that this week.
I do like Philadelphia Sunday. I really do. I get Jalen Hurts. He's working his way through it, but I think it's really, Philadelphia is a very prideful city and a very prideful organization. And by the way, we've seen this happen during the last 2 or 3 weeks. We see these teams playing for nothing, playing these teams playing for everything.
San Francisco was incredible
against Arizona.
Yeah.
We're seeing teams playing for nothing, and all this stuff's on tape for the following year and the next coaching staff.
No,
so
every time you step on the field, you're putting tape out for your next job. You might be putting tape out for your current job at your current organization.
I like Philadelphia in this game.
I also like Philadelphia because, no disrespect, but Taylor Heineke is getting the start this week.
Yeah.
And, Washington's defense is great, but
You got to score points.
you have to score points.
Some. And by the way, Philadelphia is moving the ball with Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
So they're going to have at home, moving the ball, third, fourth game as a starter. Yep.
So if Washington loses, the winner of the Cowboys-Giants game will win the division. This division has been terrible all year, and, we've made fun of it, and there's been a lot of injuries.